Local breaking news. This is WIFF News 4 at 11.
Tonight, state troopers are working to determine what led to a crash involving a Greenville County deputy. And a second-place finish at the Heisman Trophy presentation for Clemson's Deshaun Watson as the trophy heads to an ACC opponent. Good evening, I'm Allie Miles, and for Patrick Hushin tonight, we'll have those stories in just a moment. But first, cold again.
Yeah, it's
tired of it. Yes, thank you. The Greenville County coroner says the overnight cold weather caused a woman's death. According to the coroner, 83-year-old Joyce Norris was found yesterday outside her home. The coroner says she had fallen in her driveway and was left exposed to the cold temperatures. The coroner is ruling her death as accidental. Now to a story we're still gathering information on. A Greenville County deputy was involved in a car accident tonight. It happened on Whitehorse Road at Anderson Road, leaving several lanes blocked. Our crews on the scene said it appeared the wreck involved a deputy cruiser and minivan. No details yet on if the accident caused any injuries. The Georgia teen who went missing 6 days ago has been found safe in Tennessee. NBC affiliate WAGT says Kala Waskow was found in Sevierville. Authorities say a witness saw Waskow and 37-year-old Jason Johnson at a gas station and followed them until authorities arrived. Johnson is being held at Sevier County Jail. Waskow was taken to a local hospital to be checked out. 1 year after a deadly deputy-involved shooting, an upstate family still has questions. Now, it happened at Charles Roseman's apartment in Taylors. Tonight, family gathered at the complex to remember his life. Last December, deputies were responding to an armed robbery call. When they attempted to enter Roseman's apartment, he shot one of the deputies in the head. Another deputy shot back, killing Roseman. No charges were filed. Roseman's family says they're still disappointed with that decision. In a lawsuit, Roseman's family says deputies did not properly identify themselves before entering the apartment. Deputies have disagreed with that claim. Earlier this week, the deputy injured in that incident, Dave Dempsey, was honored for his service. Dempsey was among several others honored during the Greenville County Sheriff's Office 36th Annual Awards Ceremony. He received the Purple Heart Award. Dempsey spent 41 days in the hospital after that shooting. Almost exactly 18 months after Dylan Roof confessed to killing 9 people in a Charleston church shooting, the now 22-year-old is in the middle of his trial. Here's a look at how it's unfolded so far. A quick jury selection: 2 black women, 8 white women, a white man, and a black man, all deciding the fate of 22-year-old Dylan Roof. Immediately after selection, jurors heard opening statements and testimony. Roof initially wanted to represent himself, eventually changing his mind. His lawyers haven't denied his guilt. They've concentrated on Roof avoiding the death penalty. The judge denied a mistrial after a witness gave testimony saying Roof belonged in hell. Day 2, jurors saw this video. Parishioners coming into the church, followed shortly after by Roof. Later, video of him leaving, gun in hand. Now to day 3, a 2-hour video played for jurors of Roof's confession.
I went to that church in Charleston, and I did it.
Roof telling the FBI he considers himself a white supremacist. His motive: someone had to do something.
What I did is so minuscule to what they're doing to white people every day.
Roof faces 33 federal charges, including hate crimes. If convicted, he'll be the first in America to receive the death penalty in federal court for a hate crime. The trial resumes Monday morning. Funeral services for a Georgia police officer killed in the line of duty will be held tomorrow. America's officer Nicholas Smar was responding to a domestic dispute on Wednesday. That's when he and Georgia Southwestern State University campus policeman Jody Smith were shot. The Macon Telegraph reports Smar's funeral will be held at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at the Georgia Southwestern State University Storm Dome. Funeral services for Jody Smith have not been announced. More than a week after those deadly wildfires in Tennessee, tourists are returning to Gatlinburg for the first time this weekend. The tourist destination reopened to the public yesterday. Now, most of the tourist area, fortunately, was spared, but 14 people were killed. About 2,500 homes and buildings were destroyed by the fires. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park also reopened. 2 teenagers have been charged with starting the fires that were driven by hurricane-force winds. Turning to sports headlines now, and the winner of college football's Heisman Trophy is Louisville Lamar Jackson. Clemson's Deshaun Watson was invited to the trophy presentation for a 2nd year in a row, but this year he finished 2nd in the voting to Jackson. We'll have more on the Heisman Trophy coming up a little later in sports. And coming up next, we'll have a look at some of the Christmas celebrations taking place across the upstate today. A lake effect snowstorm dumped nearly 3 feet of snow in parts of northeast Ohio. Around 32 inches of snow fell in Kirtland, just north of Cleveland. The heavy snow comes after an Arctic blast. Cool air moved across warmer than normal waters in the Great Lakes region this week. Now, Mother Nature is expected to deliver another round of snow in northeast Ohio Sunday morning into early Monday. Well, back here in the upstate, nothing like that in Travelers Rest, though. A chilly start to the day didn't stop hundreds of folks from coming out for the Travelers Rest Christmas Parade. Folks from all over the upstate took part in the annual event. This year's theme, the 12 Days of Christmas. Well, this holiday season, if you're still looking for a way to help your neighbors in need, there is still time to give to the Holiday Sunshine Fund. WYFF4 has teamed up once again with the Greenville News and the Asheville Citizen-Times for the Holiday Sunshine Fund. So far, you have given more than $39,000. You have until December 31st to send your donation. You can do that at P.O. Box 1688, Greenville, South Carolina, 29602, or you can give online at WYFF4.com. Well, this holiday season, you can also help bring a smile to a child's face by donating to the Greenville Health System Children's Hospital Virtual Toy Drive. It's a partnership between WYFF4 and GHS and an opportunity for anyone in our community to bring a smile to a sick child. We have a link so you can donate on our WYFF4 app.
Night.
Well, it could be worse, couldn't it?
It sure could. It's been cold everywhere across the United States.
Yes, that is no fun. I have a puppy now, having to actually go out in the middle of the night when it's so chilly.
When they gotta go, they gotta go.
They gotta go. Well, it's nothing compared to this. Earlier, we showed you some of the snow falling and the cold snap across the U.S. This is video from Fargo, North Dakota yesterday, where the high temperature reached 1. Yeah, you heard that right, 1 degree. And if you factor in the wind chill, it feels more like -10 temperatures and wind chills today in Fargo. Not expected to get above 0. And forecasters say it will stay that way for a few days.
Hard to put a lot of stock in those models.
I basically just keep everything in my car. I've got scarves, I've got gloves, I've got coats. You just have to be prepared, right?
This time of the year, you've got to be, yeah.
Yes. Well, the cold didn't stop these runners. Check this out. Runners brave freezing temperatures in North Carolina today to raise money for those who sometimes can't enjoy running. With temperatures hovering in the mid-20s, hundreds of runners turned out to take part in the Arthritis Foundation's Jingle Bell Run in Charlotte. The foundation says arthritis is America's #1 cause of disability. This year's youth honoree, 11-year-old Allie Claire. She was diagnosed with arthritis last year and says the cold weather can be tough, but she pushes through it. The group's goal was to raise $75,000. All right, final look at weather.
Another cold day tomorrow. Clouds will increase, but otherwise a nice day. Just bundle up.
Fantastic. Well, thank you guys for watching WYFF News 4. The news continues at 5 a.m. But remember, we are always on your cell phone and on your computer as well. Thanks for joining us.